They're trying to take our identity in every way. So that is why this is all kicking off at the moment. People don't want it and they're not going to have it. They didn't expect it to be this kind of difficult. They thought with all of the practices they've been implementing over the last 10 years that they'll be more malleable, the public, and it's going a bit wrong for them. Hello, darlings. It's Nikki Allen in her PJs. I'm in a huge crash at the moment. For those that don't know, my body's recovering from ME and fibromyalgia, and it's an absolute biatch. When you do too much, it says, no, that's not going to happen. I've had to cancel a holiday next week, which I'm really not happy about. I am absolutely comatose and not able to do a thing. However, what I can do, I can sit back and rest, and I can link up. So I was sitting here. This is very impromptu, so I was going to do it for myself. Rude, I know. But I thought, no, let's see if we can do anything for the tribe. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now, I've got precious number 2, which is a black obsidian scrying mirror. Super sexy. Now, this works exactly the same as a crystal ball energy. What I tend to do, though, is I tend to rest it flat so that it's not reflecting anything. It's just reflecting the ceiling. Because if you have it upwards, you're going to see your face. But it is great for meditation if you have it in your face. So you can look at yourself and see if there's any transfiguration or any messages as you look in your eyes. Okay, so you can use it in all different sorts of ways. I absolutely love this. I can't believe the girls got this. It's absolutely brilliant. I've got some Amazes here, which oh my God, isn't that so gorgeous? I'm nicking everything from Karmer. I'm not a good businesswoman. I admit it. And so I'm using the Amazes to just enhance my interdimensional connections and see what the mirror wishes to bring. As you know, I've got an old black Victorian scrying mirror that my granddad had, so I'm going to find that and perhaps do a session with that. So I've spent about 20 minutes linking in with the crystal and creating a visualization of me wanting to use it as a portal to my third eye, and obviously see physical things as well. And the art of it is just to sit in your energy very quietly and stare through it. And sometimes you will see physical objects, things, places, movies play out right in front of you through the plate. It takes a bit of doing, but just sitting in your energy and just being in that quiet, silent space is what all of our guides and everybody up there wants us to do. Just stop and get off the merry-go-round of 3D crap, do you know what I mean? And base chakra stuff. Just be in your space. Allow yourself to connect in with, you know, the divine, nature, Gaia, angels, spirit world, whoever it is, what dimension you want to connect with, you know. So I'm going in. How exciting. I'm going in. And let's see. It's almost like you end up kind of crossing your eyes. Julian is to my right. Katherine is to my left. She loves a bit of divination. That's mostly why she's here. Okay. I honour your presence here. If you can assist me in visualising what I need to see. Okay, thank you. The seeds have been sown, I'm hearing, and I'm seeing shoots growing out from the seeds, but this is a metaphorical thing. There's like a form of rebellion stabilizing. And I can see waves coming from it, from this stem or this tree that has grown from these seeds. So what this is saying to me is that I have predicted this earlier on about this rebellion energy coming in and people not taking any more crap, and about the cities being used for like marches and anti whatever, you know, protests. And it's like, I feel like it's like the younger generation are standing their ground. And it isn't just them, though. This isn't like mob happy people. There's all sorts of energy attending these events all around the world. And we're going to see a lot more governments bowing down, people being removed, replaced, and changes made, because there's going to be an element of the government agencies losing control and having to listen to what the public say. This is a huge revolutionary energy we find ourselves in, where people are just literally had enough. They're revolting. They are rebelling. They're saying no more. And this is kind of like a chain event by the looks of it, going across the world in various cities. Some will end in violence. We've still got a lot of unfortunate episodes taking place. There will be lives that have sacrificed in their soul contract to go up in the name of all of this. But please rest assured that this is... I'm seeing a diamond in a square. I don't know what that means. But rest assured, this is all part of what needs to take place to establish stability and justice and balance, you know, and integrity back into the planet. And I've been saying this for ages. You know, you've got to pick the thorn out, and it's putrid, and it's got to heal, and it's going to hurt. And so I still feel there's going to be more protests, more violence. Some cities, countries will see like military law kicking in. I'm only seeing the countries that I think I've already mentioned. Oh God, I've forgotten to mention the time is 3 p.m. and it is Friday. I haven't got a clue. Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Friday the 3rd of October.
Friday 3rd of October, 2025. So unfortunately, yeah, we're going to see more of that. Feel the energy. If you want to go and stand up for your rights, feel the energy. Thank you. What is that? Feel the energy. If you want to take your children and stuff. But if the energy feels off, don't. You know, or as soon as there's any sign of violence or unrest, just get out of there. Because there will be lives lost and military personnel injured, police injured. It's not calming down yet. Okay, so Rome, France, I think still will. I know I predicted that and that happened, but I think we may still have more problems there. European cities. Obviously the UK, US, yeah, it's going to continue for a while, so hang on in there. It's interesting. I can't remember. Someone, thank you, just mentioned in the comments that I'd predicted about the synagogue being attacked. So can we please send prayers of love and support to the synagogue that was attacked? I assume it's been attacked because someone mentioned it. I haven't even looked yet, but I think it's in this country. And there was something about a German beer festival, something that I spoke about. I can never remember the predictions half the time, but I'm glad that people are confirming them. So please continue to do that. It's really important. So yeah, there's still lots of chaos to establish structure. So still, it's not abating. You know, it's still going to continue until we get the right people in the right places. Okay, and the only way to do it now is the people will speak. They will rise. They will say no more. We don't want any more of this. We've had enough. And you know the reason. Thank you, Katherine. The reason we're doing that is because so many more people are becoming awake. They are seeing the truth. They are seeing past the matrix, past the 3D BS. They are feeling and knowing that they're being lied to. They're feeling and knowing that things aren't right. They are starting to realise that a lot of the measures that have been incorporated in the last even 10 years are all leading up to control. And trying to keep the population at bay. And people are getting it now, and they're waking up and they're just saying, no, we've had enough now. And no matter what these governmental bodies say, we're not going to swallow it anymore. So that will continue. So please don't lose heart. Please don't lose heart thinking the world's going to crap. It merely is, as I keep saying month after month, it merely is a way of clearing the wheat from the chaff. Yeah, it's like corruption's going to be discovered everywhere. The UK, there's going to be scandal, corruption and cheats being found out and money laundering and God knows what. It's all coming out. It's all brilliant. I love it. So stay in a high vibration because it's literally clearing out what doesn't need to be a voice of our countries anymore. Okay? So, hang on in there. Sorry. This is so interesting. There's so much stuff in here. Yeah, okay, thank you. And we could also have like potential of, I think it's happened in America already. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the news. I've been sleeping most days. But there could be governments overthrown, closed down, things not working. Just hang on in there and stay strong as a collective, okay? It will all come, it will all come, it will all pass, it will all be good. But just you've got to hang on in there and keep the faith. It's the most important thing. I have no idea why I'm seeing like chalets in the snow. Reminds me of the Swiss Alps. Stuff that I see in these things. I don't know why I'm seeing Switzerland. I've got no further information. Let me just see if I can dig into that. There's some news of Switzerland, but I don't know what it is. But it feels, it's like every time I see Switzerland in this vision, I always feel like I'm going back to like World War II, where they stayed neutral. I think there's going to be heightening energy with Poland and Russia still. There is a rising of fear and a rising of who's got the biggest, best weapons. And there's going to be unusual activity with leaders, like the war secretaries and things like that. But I can't see a World War III at all. It just seems to be a gathering of, we've got to make sure we defend ourselves, we've got to do this. There's people going into wrong territories. There's people like baiting other countries, and I don't understand what that's all about. Some of it's propaganda as well. It's not as bad as it is, but that's not great. I feel like there's going to be an apex with Gaza where whoever's got the power to go in there is going to say enough's enough. Because do you remember that I mentioned the Médecins Sans Frontières? I feel like I mentioned this, didn't I, a couple of videos back. It came randomly into my, and I saw aid going in to these poor refugees and victims of this senseless war that's taking place. And I just feel that there's something that's going to push a leader's buttons that says that's enough now. So they're either, what I'm seeing is I can't remember the film. They use my memory as a template, right? And there was a film where there was aid going into somewhere, and the convoy got bombed, and then they got kidnapped. I can't remember what film it was. And it feels like that. It feels like even the people that are trying to bring aid in or trying to help are getting attacked. Do you know what I mean? There's that kind of feeling going on. So there could be a big crux coming where someone just says no more, and then boom, we have it even more. Because I feel like it was like peaceful, but I think there's been an act, or there will be acts that take place where someone says, do you know what, this is never going to get sorted. So we could see a heightening in that area of other people getting involved and just trying to eradicate everything that's going on, because it's just getting beyond. We're getting into what is it, Julianus? What's the words, please? Like war crime, like abuse of, it's going too far with the abuse of control and tyranny. Yeah, but it's all good. I can see like there's a Gaia figure there as part of the tree of life, the strength of the human spirit, the strength of knowledge, power of collective as above, so below. So it's all going as it should, and it's horrific, but that's all I can say in that respect. Now I've just seen the pound and dollar signs, so with these strategic moves, they're not strategic. I don't know what's going on, but I just keep feeling I can't like nail it. It's like people are putting. It's like, do you know when you play battleships? It's like people are putting their pawns where they need to be, kind of thing. They're strategically placing things, and it's setting off nervousness. And I feel this is going to affect the world economy because of this. It's like people are going to start getting a bit, what's going on, what's happening, and then we're going to get this knock-on effect where the world economy might have a hit. Yeah, I'm seeing loads of eyes, like everybody's looking at each other's countries that have issues with each other, and it's just a bit of a standoff. So we've got to prepare for that, but don't send fear out into the universe. Send confidence that balance is coming and peace is coming, okay? That's what we've got to keep doing at the moment. There is a massive, massive leap of AI intelligence, robotic intelligence hitting us really quickly and really swiftly between now and Christmas. I wonder what they're going to bring out for Christmas time. But there seems to be more and more added every day of AI technology. Some of it has been bought from alien technology. They won't tell you that. Some of it will be released. Some of it won't. It'll be kept for the elite. But there's... Do you remember I said about beauty and age regeneration? There's all this stuff going on. There's stuff like making us younger. I keep seeing Death Becomes Her. It reminds me of what me and Danny Henderson would be like. It's just, yeah, it's just going to get a bit crazy. It's going to be, you're going to really see the ramifications of AI and how much it's going to completely start taking over the world in the most unusual ways. You know, I remember the other day I was driving round a roundabout and there was a robot lawnmower on it, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be the norm. We're going to have robots doing everything. There's going to be a really swift integration of all of this. And I reckon it starts now. By Christmas, there should be a massive like announcement of something that's like, oh. And then next year, it's just going to be boom, boom, boom. This is what else AI can do. This is what else robotics can do. And so at the moment, I told you most probably, when was it, a year ago, something like that this was all going to come into play. And we've got to let it do its thing. Because as the leaders change and we get the more stronger moral compass leaders in and the new age leaders coming in, then it won't be easily manipulated. But there's going to be some real big what the fluff moments where you just think, whoa, this is looking like the Terminator. Hang on in there again, because it will get changed around, but it will get scary for a while. I'm just a massive giver of love and light, aren't I? It's reality. It's reality. The ramifications of this synagogue hit could be spreading to other synagogues. We'll have to look at that. I don't feel it's the end of it. Prayers and love to the victims of whatever happened there. I don't know what's happened, but obviously it's bad. Yeah, as I predicted, the scientists have noticed the change. Apparently, someone said in a comment, I think we put a short out about it, that they've noticed the change of seasons and the change of harvesting time and all the rest of it. And then there'll be noticeable migration news coming out. It'll be noticeable migration. You know, like they say, like birds flying south, they won't, perhaps they'll go west, I don't know. But there's lots of migration changes that will be noticed, and scientifically statements will go out to acknowledge it officially, even though we knew it ages ago. The next possible roaring of our nation, in the UK especially, will be an instigation of trying to get us in the digital ID system. I think that will be another protest situation that's going to take place. Them trying to get us to have digital ID, that potentially could be the next uproar that all these people that are leading these protests will jump on. They're trying to take our identity in every way. So that is why this is all kicking off at the moment. People don't want it and they're not going to have it. They didn't expect it to be this kind of difficult. They thought with all of the practices they've been implementing over the last 10 years that they'll be more malleable, the public, and it's going a bit wrong for them. They're losing their sheeple. What's that, please? So I always put that down to Greece when I see the like Olympic flame torch. Remigration, they've just said repeat that again. So I don't know if there's going to be a massive announcement of changing where the Olympics are going to be held next because of political or other aspects, but they're just showing the Olympic torch. I don't know where it's supposed to be housed. I don't know when it's going to be housed. You know me, don't know a bloody thing. Didn't even know what day it was or date. So it could be news about that to do with the Olympics or something like that. Where it's being housed, or I don't even know when it is, but that was the Olympic torch there. This is good mirror. I'm loving it. Even though we're going to have like this economy shift in finance because of what's going on with this strategic weird stuff going on, like the pawn stuff. You know what I mean? Chess pawns, putting all their bits where they need to put them. It's still good news for homeowners. Where am I going with this? Oh, it is the UK still. So I don't know if interest rates are going to change or there's going to be something more beneficial for homeowners or people that pay mortgages, interest rates or borrowing money. But there seems to be some up with that. Again, there was a positive, I think I predicted a while ago, and that happened, I think, about 3 days after. But I think there's another one coming. Perhaps there's something else to try and appease the public. I see that coming. The is that a gun? Are we going US with that? Yeah, I feel like yeah, okay, thank you. Apparently I mentioned that there were going to be a number of shootings or something where the gun laws were changed because of it. So I'm really sorry if there have been more mass shootings than there ever have been, or it feels like it's like, for instance, over here when we had various shootings we've had here, laws are changed. It doesn't really do much, but at least they're trying. And like Dunblane, places, things where atrocities taken place. But I feel like there's going to be some news. It is coming because I've mentioned it before. That there may be some sort of reform on gun law because of the amount of mass shootings that you're experiencing in your country. So you should be hearing about that. I know I've mentioned it before, but I think people are just losing their shit. Do you know what I mean? Or they're seeing the truth of things, or I don't know, waking up in the wrong way. Just had enough. It's like, do you know that film Falling Down where they just go mental? There seems to be a lot of that happening in your country. Obviously, the ratio, because you've got such a high population, such a large country, compared to other larger countries, it's like crazy what's going on. So I feel like there's going to have to be some pullback with that or some reform to do with gun law. Am I missing something? Is there something going on in Switzerland? I'm sure it is Switzerland. Seeing the chalets, the mountains, Swiss Alps, like the ski resorts. Where is this coming in? We've got very strong winds coming in from the Atlantic. Can't believe I can see winds going over a sea in a bloody mirror. It's ridiculous. So we've got some storms hitting us in the UK, Ireland, Scotland. They're coming soon, not yet. It feels like, because we've had, I don't know about anybody else in the UK, but my God, it's been boiling here. T-shirt and shorts weather still. It's incredible, apart from today. Today's the first day that feels a bit autumnal. But there seems to be, I've just seen loads of winds coming in from the Atlantic. That could create problems like across Europe. Coming in from the Atlantic. I think it'd be more structural stuff rather than like water, you know, rising or rough seas rather than lots of souls perishing. It doesn't feel like this massive amounts of seraphim there. Seeing Robin Hood's Nottingham. Seeing loads of trees, Nottingham Forest. Anything I can think of is Robin Hood or football club. That's super random. Oh, let me know if there's any really significant news there in that exact place in the next little while. I will tell you now, I know that they're not letting me go fully into my energy because I am exceptionally exhausted and in a lot of pain. Lucky me. And when I'm trying to delve in deeper into my consciousness, they're pulling me back a bit because they know that I'm so passionate about this and I'm so devoted to you. They know I'd keep pushing myself, and then later on I'll sleep all day and sacrifice my energy. Do you know what I mean? So every time I try and delve in, they're like, oh, no, you're not going that deep. I'm like, oh, okay. So we did I know that there's places on Mars. But anyway, officially, what they feed us is they found, was it water or something on Mars? But again, this seems to be another big discovery in a star system or on a planet. I don't know what Saturn's about, but there should be news of something being discovered or star system, some life on the planet or something. We know there's life on there, but I mean, they're official, you know, what's going on in the universe. There should be some big, wow, news of something going on like that. I don't know if it is Saturn or it's something to do with Saturn. But yeah, there just seems to be some celestial hit the nose. I know we've got the 3A Atlas still cruising round. As I said to you, how they showed me that was, let's show it very simply for Nikki. It's Star Trek Enterprise with nobody in it. An explorer vessel. Yeah, it's this. I know I keep repeating it, but please just look up to the skies. Most nights when I look up, I see something that is definitely not a plane. It's just call them in. They're part of your family. Just ask them to come and show themselves. Connect with your beautiful star family. Oh, was that the that was the ET I saw earlier? Yeah, just connect in with them. Ask them to show themselves, and they will. If you're comfortable with that, by the way, don't do it if it's going to scare you. Don't know why you'd be scared though. There could be more laws. Yeah, is that a fish? Definitely a shark. I think there could be more laws implemented to make. Thank God. I really hope this is true. To cut down on the decimation of our sharks in the oceans. Shark fin soup and all that. Sick. Oh, God, it makes me want to puke. But there could be laws, more protection laws going in for sharks. Because I've just seen a shark and then there's like all this lovely stuff around it. Like flowing positivity. So I feel like we could see new laws about protecting the shark species. Otherwise we won't have any left. It's that simple. Like we do everything else. Decimate these creatures. Like, you know, the dodo. That was such a sweet bird. They must be resurrect it at some point. How about looking after the ones that are already alive here now? Because here now, and I was just checking to make sure it's not my reflection. We could see as well really significant technical breakthroughs with eye surgery, blindness, eye damage, optic nerve damage. We could be seeing some mass, announcement to do with technology that's going to assist with sight and vision. Like reattaching nerves or synaptic frequency manipulation. There's something there because I'm seeing little tethered things being entwined together. Yeah, or can stop blindness, can stop cataracts, glaucoma. There's something like that to do with the eyes. Oh, please don't let me say there's more bloody fires in Turkey. Where has that come from when I'm looking at an eyeball? Where is the relevance? I really hope Turkey... God, they get it so much, don't they, Turkey? My hair's all fuzzy because I've been out in the rain. God, I just think there's weather issues around Turkey again. Bloody hell. This is really bugging me. Why am I seeing underwater stuff? What am I missing here? Yeah, thank you for your feedback concerning the seaweed thing, because that was great, harvesting the seaweed that I mentioned. But this is... I wonder if these underwater cities will happen. And there's more news of that coming up. Underwater cities. I'd bloody love it, but the actual dynamics of it and how much damage it will create to our oceans must be irreparable. It would just be So about inhabiting under the sea or something like that. So let's see what happens there. Oh, did you see what I did then? Oh, I did it again. Yeah, there could be more news around the royal family as well, concerning Harry trying to get back into the family fold. So there could be some more drama connected around that. It's not really that important. I'm not really a royalist, but that's just come up. I've just seen his face. What was that spark of light, please? What was that spark of light? Can't be another child coming, surely. Reminding me of like the light that sometimes flashes up, and there's a new like embryo created. Unless, what are we doing there? I just feel that there's going to be more noticeable people that are sterile or can't have babies. That's going to come up in the next year. It's going to be significant and noticeable. I haven't got a full update on how we're going to cope and deal with that. I know what caused it, but... So that means the IVF industry is going to go sky high. Possibly surrogacy, go sky high. See how that pans out. Just thought I'd mention it though. That is a Roman soldier. Random. So potentially they've shown me a memory of when I found a Saxon helmet in my back garden. A soldier's helmet, and I'm wondering if there is a huge discovery of a Roman treasury, Roman city that's never been discovered before. Because that is a Roman centurion. Morning, centurion. I couldn't help myself. If you've seen Life of Brian, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry, Myla. She's been on my lap, bless her, and because I keep laughing and talking, she's like, for God's sake, can you keep still? I can't. I'm reading Humanity and the Planet, Myla. It's a bit important, love. Yeah, let's see where that gets unearthed. But I think it's going to be in a real wow factor place. You go, oh my God, you know. Could be the biggest haul ever found, or, you know, the most perfectly preserved Roman discovery or something like that. Let's just see what happens. You know, I got the war painting one. Well, I didn't. They did, about the war painting thing. Let's just see what happens there. Yeah, he's gone now. It's amazing. Seeing a bloody Roman head in the bloody mirror. There's not much I can do with seeing a really old man. I heard that. I keep seeing like a skull and crossbones or some sort of weird symbol. Do you know, like I saw that there was a Nirvana sweatshirt I was looking at the other day. You know, it's got the cross eyes and the stitched up mouth. I have no idea where I'm seeing that. I can't even begin. I don't know what that symbol is. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. Someone might know, but... they're not letting me dig in further. I'm getting quite tired. I might have to stop, darlings. I'm so sorry. At least I've done a little bit. My body is... the computer's saying no. Yeah, I think I'm afraid they're pulling me back. They're not letting me do it. At least I got a little bit anyway. I'll do it again when I'm feeling stronger. To be fair, I'm surprised they let me do. How long we do? 50 minutes. I'm surprised they let me go this far, actually. At least I had a little go. That's really, really interesting. I'm liking that. Give it another go next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please fill in below what makes sense, what is predicted correctly, what's going on in the world, because as you know, I don't really sit there on the news every day, so I've got a clue. We could have an apocalypse. There could be zombies walking around outside and I wouldn't know. Can't even see them. All I can see are the upper trees and all the fields and stuff. Oh God. Just a reminder, darlings, to know that I'm doing the MBS this year. Yes, I am, at Birmingham. If you didn't see the short, I'm doing a workshop which is completely aligned by the angels. I didn't have any say in it, and it's going to be called the Angel Choir. That's going to be amazing. That's at 10:30 on Saturday the 15th of November. And then I'm on main stage, I think, at 3:45, and throughout the day, there meets and greets and book signings. So please get in as soon as you can if you want to come and see me, because I can assure you it will sell out as it does every time. And then people say, oh, I couldn't get in. And I'm like, I did warn you, it's not a marketing ploy. So yes, I am going to Birmingham because some people have asked. And remember, there is new courses going on in school. There's more and more people joining. We're setting up a lovely community there as well. And as soon as my health improves, I'll be scheduling my first live back with the VIP tribe, answering your questions. Live. So let's hurry up and get rid of this stupid ME crash, and let's get back into doing what I do best. Until the next time, darlings, just please send out positivity. Don't panic. Don't be in fear. Just let it all ride out. That's all I'll ask you to do. Love you all, and thank you for your ever loving support, and I'll speak to you again soon.